So what do you think? Did I do okay? Did I explain it good enough? Do okay? Cool, what a load of crap that was. Didn't even show any gameplay. So after my recent Dreamcast DreamPi video, I decided to ask my friend who will remain anonymous here, just what he thought of the video quality. So I said, hey, do you reckon the video quality is okay, easy to follow?
I was expecting to see a bit of online gameplay. Felt like a bit of cheese as a casual viewer.
Well, hopefully in today's video I can rectify that by showing some gameplay footage. But first we need to talk about the new introduction I'm going to show you today, which is something called DCNET. So what is DCNET and why am I so interested in it? Well, it's a new thing that's come out or at least been announced in January of this year, and it's come from FlyingHead and it's integrated into his Flycast emulator. And what it allows you to do is it allows you, if you're using the Flycast emulator, to play those Dreamcast games online again for the first time in a very long time. But where this is a bit of a game changer is say you're using a real Dreamcast and you've set up DreamPi, but for whatever reason it's not working because of port forwarding, because of private servers in your ISP, or maybe you can't port forward, so you need to use mobile data, cellular data, whatever. The game changer is that this uses like a VPN tunneling solution to avoid all of that. You don't need to do port forwarding. You don't need to be mucking about, really. All you need to do is set DCNet up on top of DreamPi, and it allows you to play your physical Dreamcast online, but also against people using the Flycast emulator. In terms of what games are supported, this is an early list, but we can see most of the games are here. Choo Choo Rocket, DD Planet, whatever. But actually this list is growing, and by the end of it I'll show you the whole list. But there's also some tips on how to get it working, and this literally works on anything. It can work on a Android device, and we can see people here showing how this is working. So that's what today's video is about. Okay then, so we're going to need to get DCNet set up on the DreamPi, and the best way to do it is with, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly, scrivanidc's script that he wrote. And I've actually spoken to this person on Discord. Lovely person, really enjoyed the chat. Thank you very much for your time. They've actually provided this this script here, which we'll just click on this, and if we come down we can just see here are the instructions, and I'll paraphrase them slightly easily, but basically there's 1 line of code, 2 line of code, 3 line, and you get this option to set it up basically. So we're going to have a quick go at that now. Here I am on the Mac then, and I will show you this on Windows as well. But at the end of my last video I said it was really important to find out what the IP address of the Pi was, and the reason for that was, well, exactly this. So you may remember the IP address of my Pi from last time, and what we can do is we can actually do what they call a ping test and make sure that we can ping it. So I'm just going to paste that line into a terminal. This is a terminal window, and we can see it's responding. So that's good. My Pi is up, so I'm going to hit Control-C to cancel that. And the next thing we need to do is remote to the Pi, and that's what they call, it's over port 22, and it's what they call SSH. And you can see here, you'll remember that the username was Pi, which is where that comes from. So we're going to log in as Pi at the IP address of the Pi. So I'm just going to copy that line of code into the terminal. And you can see it's going to prompt me for the password. And that was Raspberry, wasn't it? All lowercase. And we'll hit enter on that. And you can see I'm logged into the Pi, which is perfect. So I've got the username and the password correct. And if I haven't said it before, you should definitely change that password when you get 5 minutes. So this Pi is currently set up as DreamPi only. There's no DCNet on it at all. I'm literally doing this brand new. So what I'm going to do is simply copy the line, which is a wget. So what that does is that goes to the web. It's like a webget. And it will get the script and pull it down to my Pi, so I don't need to muck about too much. So I'm just going to paste that in, hit enter. There it goes. The script is down. And if I did a ls, which is the equivalent of dir on Windows, we're going to see there is that script. Okay. And then we're going to need to do a permissions change, which is the chmod command. So I'm just going to paste that. There we go, that's set the permissions, and now that will allow me to run the script. So I'm just going to paste that, and it's automatically run the script, and I've got the option. Do I want to turn DCNET on, turn it off to revert, or delete it to remove it completely? Well, I'm going to turn it on, so I'm going to type 1 and hit enter. It's now going to do some little bits and pieces there, and you'll see DCNET is now on, DreamPi is disabled. So what we should be able to do now is we should be able to connect the real Dreamcast into the DCNET servers. So let's jump over to the Dreamcast and I'll show you what to do next. Just quickly, I just wanted to show you how you would do this on Windows as well. So it's slightly different on Windows. You need something ideally called PuTTY, which is a terminal program. And again, depending on what version of Windows you're on, if you're on 64-bit Intel, 64-bit ARM, or just an old x86 32-bit Intel, depending on your Windows version, you'll need to download that. And we'll just download that quickly. It's a real quick install, this one. And there we go, that's PuTTY. So just super quick, showing you how to do this on Windows. If you wanted to do the ping test, you can do it in a command prompt, and we can just copy and paste that line into a command prompt. And there you go, that's your ping test, just to prove that the Pi is indeed up. To SSH to it is a bit different because we're not doing it through a terminal. All you do is you just type the IP address into PuTTY, so I'll do 10.1.4.10. As I said, is SSH, it's port 22, so you just click open. Yes, we'll accept that. It's going to ask me for the password, so it's raspberry. And did I type that? Oh, hang on. That's what you get for not reading. So you type the IP address in, hit open. It's going to be login as Pi. Password is raspberry. And you can see we're basically at the same point we were. And now if you ran all these commands again, it's exactly the same as what I showed on the Mac. I'll just show with the LS. So you can see that the script is there. And if you wanted to run the script and change the settings, you can do that. On the Dreamcast, just before you go into the game, we actually need to do something. We need to delete. If you had it set up for DreamPi, we either need to delete or have a different VMU, the key that was generated, because the key that's generated is generated against how the modem is set up, so it won't work for DreamPi and DCNET. So on the Dreamcast, we just need to go File, and then we need to go into the VMU and then find the key, so not the game save of course, just the key data, and we can click delete on that, and we're going to recreate that for DCNET, and we only need to do that once, or you need to have the different files for the different methods of play. Now we're booted back into Daytona, we just need to regenerate the key, so we go to Homepage, B for back, A for exit, up to the key, you can see we just need to pop in a username here. I'll go for Retro B again, and then just generate the key. Yep, and we can see the key is slightly different to the one on the DreamPi setting, but it's the same principle. And I'm going to say save to the VMU. Save is complete, and now we can just pull the left trigger and exit to game. Now if everything's gone to plan, we should be able to get online. There we go, and we can see the servers this time say DCNET Daytona, so we know we're definitely on the right track. And we're going to pop into the lobbies, we'll see here. The lobbies you'll notice will be slightly different. Yeah, so slightly different lobbies this time. And I'm not sure offhand what the differences are here, but we can see nobody's online at the moment. But let me just show you what happens next. So I've jumped across to the Mac again, and I've got Discord open. Hopefully you're familiar with Discord. It's kind of like a Skype, MSN kind of chat thing. And essentially you can join Discord servers, and I'm in the Flycast server here, which I'll put a link in the description. But we can see here on the channel you've got announcements. We can see the latest version, the emulator's been released this week, which is just awesome because it's got DCNET built in now, just working. But we can also see you can have a general chat with different people about different things. But the one we're interested in is the DCNET tab. And you can see here I am. I'm in the lobby. I'm ready to go. And this is what's really cool. This has got Discord awareness, right? So when I'm on the Dreamcast and I've dialed in and I've connected to Daytona USA, it's going to ping the Discord and say, by the way, this guy's sat in a lobby ready to go. Who wants a game? You know, you can give it the old thumbs up, give it the flames, give it whatever you need. And you can also type on here, right? So I can just say, hi all, anyone up for a game of Daytona? And we'll wait and see, and hopefully some people will join. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my partner to jump on with me in a second and actually show you some gameplay footage.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. 3, 2, 1, go! We're underway. Stay low in the turn. Are you alright? Checkpoint. 7 laps to go. Checkpoint. Stay low in the turn. Checkpoint. 5 laps to go. Stay low in the turn. Checkpoint. Stay low in the turn. Checkpoint.
Well, as the saying goes, that's all she wrote for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how easy it is to set up DCNET and also see what Daytona USA on the Dreamcast looks like online after 25 years. It's just surreal. So, as I say, thank you for sticking with it. Leave a like and a subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so, and I'll catch you in the next one.